him, right? So what our society has done, and we have to take responsibility for ourselves, but it's given us a false sense of work. It's given us a false sense of commitment, okay? So when my clients come to me and they say, well, Miss Jackson, I'm just not motivated. And I say, so? They're like, but what do you mean? What's the point of motivation if it doesn't keep you? Motivation opens the door, but commitment keeps it open. But no one ever comes onto a commercial and say, hey, are you committed to staying healthy? Are you committed to exercising 30 minutes 5 days a week? Are you committed to going to bed on time so you can get enough sleep? No. It's always more, do more, buy more, stay up, do this, do this. We run our bodies into the ground, and then we want a pill to fix it. I often tell people, do you think people that stayed married for 50 years felt motivated every day? No. Raise your hand if you're married. Okay, let's have real talk. I know we love our spouses. However, do you ever have days you're like, look, I am just not feeling this today. You are really getting on my nerves, or you really keep doing what I've asked you not to do. Let's be real, because we're human first. But you don't just stop being married, right? Because you made a what when you said your vows? Okay? And see, these are really hard things to discuss because of the world we live in. We want it instant. What do you mean I have to work out? It's like 2 days. You mean I didn't lose the weight? It's been like a week. So where's your commitment level?
It's not there.
It's not there. So how many of you have used motivation at the beginning of the year to get you healthy? Raise your hand. In the past, how many times do you say, this year I'm going to stay motivated? Okay? And then 2 weeks later, your motivation got thrown out with the trash like a gallon of old milk, right? Life happened, work happened, demands happened, and you were just like, man, I wanted to lose 20 pounds this week and it didn't happen, so this stuff must not work. And we laugh because it's funny, but it's true, okay? Our healthcare system, who in here sells health insurance? I heard somebody mention healthcare. Is anyone related to the healthcare system in here?
Yeah, we all.
Well, you understand it very well. Our healthcare system is overburdened with costs due to chronic illnesses, and 80% of them are related to lifestyle behaviors. Okay? People are dying of diabetes every day. People are dying of heart disease every day. Okay?
I work for the radiology group, and we see all the exams, and we see inside people, we see the results of all of this. I will tell you, the radiologists will not eat poorly.
That's good.
When I order food for our meetings, they are the hardest group of people to feed in the world.
Good.
Because they're very picky about what they eat. No fat, no
Good.
this, no meat,
Good.
no that.
Good. And I'm glad that you said that, because see, this is what we've been taught. Pardon me. Eat what you want and burn it off, okay? From a caloric standpoint, I could have 5 pieces of pizza, okay? And maybe let's say it's about 3,000 calories. I can go and work out and burn that off. But the grams of fat that's in there, the grams of sugar that's in there, the grams of sodium, it stays in my body. So after years and years and years and years of saying, January I'm going to do it, next month I'm going to do it, the opening of your vessels, a healthy person is like this, okay? A person with atherosclerosis or hardening of the arteries from the foods that they eat or a lack of exercise, okay? Inside is cholesterol. And it's not gushy, it's hard. So what do you think happens when the blood tries to get through this little bitty hole?
High blood pressure.
High blood pressure, what else? Stroke. Heart attacks. But remember, we said on Monday I was going to do it. This January I was going to do it. You know how many people said that and died today of a heart attack? It's scary to think that, but let's be real. I worked in a hospital for 2 years. I saw it all the time. a patient come to me one day and his blood pressure was like 200 over 120. If the man had not been sent to the hospital, he probably would have had a stroke and died. He was starting his fitness regimen. But by the time he got to our exercise physiology department, he was already in bad shape. So when I start talking about motivation, when you think about tomorrow getting up and saying, well, I'm not motivated, I'm going back to bed, what do you think needs to take over?
Commitment.
What do you think about that? How much more powerful is commitment compared to motivation? Okay? I don't feel like working out every day, but I do it because I'm committed to my health. And when I'm angry, I work out in my mind. The benefits of exercising. Somebody give me the benefit of exercising.
Stress relief.
Healthier.
Have you ever taken like a 15-pound med ball and been really mad at somebody or something, and you can do what's called med ball slams? You see the position? I just got in, I felt it. But no, it's I'm feeling the ball now. But exercise is such a great stress relief. When I go into companies and talk to employees and employers about stress management, I can't tell you how many claims that the insurance companies get or the benefits get because people are stressed. Stress leads to chronic illnesses, hypertension, okay? Stress, your heart's under constant stress. So a normal blood pressure optimal is about 120 over 80. And they did a study and they put men and women into the same stressor. Women's blood pressure raised higher than men's. Women's body from a physiological standpoint handles stress differently than men. And heart disease is what? It's the #1 killer of women. Did you guys know that? #1 killer. And stress is a risk factor. Okay? So my question to you, as we move on for this year, what do you want to do differently to set a foundation of healthy living? Not dieting. Diets don't work. How many of you have been on a diet? Raise your hand. Everybody's hand, because the average person has been on like 3 to 6 diets, right? The grapefruit diet, the Atkins diet, the HCG diet,
Juice diet.
Dolly Parton died.
Whoa. Please tell me about that one. What did that consist of?
It was really good, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's like a lot of veggie soup, what you
Okay.
make, and that's about it. It's like cabbage and
Were you hungry?
I eat a lot of soup.
Or are you hungry?
Yeah.
Because I'm hungry just thinking about it.
I'm hungry.
Right, because, so here's the thing, right? When I hear the word diet, I just cringe, okay? Diet relates to deprivation. If someone goes on a diet, they're restricting a certain amount of calories. I've had women come to me and they're like, you know what? I'm losing all this weight. And then they kind of exhale, but they're like, I'm miserable. I'm grumpy, I'm hungry, I'm losing my hair, my nails aren't growing. I'm like, because you're dieting, you're not living a healthy lifestyle. Diets don't work. So when you diet, you leave out food groups, okay? Your body, every cell in your body is made up of a protein. A lot of diets don't let you have fat. You need fat for neurotransmissions. Some people get on low diets, they can't even think. Carbs, they are like the superstar, the rock star of the diet world. Oh no, you shouldn't eat carbs. No, I'm going on a carb-free diet. Okay, will you come back and talk to me in like 2 hours and tell me how you can focus? Because your main energy source in your body are carbs. Did you know that? Inside of our cells, and I get excited about this, inside of your cells, you have what's called mitochondria. They're like the powerhouse, right? They're like the gas pedal to your car. When it has carbohydrates, it actually, hi. Hi, darling. The carbohydrates inside of your cells allows your body to utilize it for energy. But what happens in our American diet, what do you think happens? We need carbs, and but we as Americans do what?
Eat the wrong kind.
Too many.
We eat the wrong ones and
Too much of it.
too much, okay? So it's about being educated. What is a good carb? What is a bad carb? When should I eat them? And how does my body utilize them? How down with you and explain this to you? He said no. No. Okay? So we're lacking education. That's why I love my job. Because I get to come and speak to groups and educate and give tools and say, hey, you can get healthy. You can spend the rest of your life building a foundation of education to go into a grocery store and not get caught up on the words like antioxidants, whole grain, ugh. And then you turn it over and read the labels and it's all sugar. Okay? How many of you have ever picked up a bottle of juice and it's got like splashy words on it and the fruit's like cascading, and then you turn it, seriously, they do it, right? And then you turn the bottle over and you read the top of it, and the top of the bottle says 5% juice. Look at your face. Yes. So you're not drinking fruit juice, you're drinking sugary water. Right? But it's about being educated. So this year, I'm going to challenge you, not next January, because we said that 10 years ago. This January, I want you to educate yourself. Okay? Find out what healthy really means. I want to encourage you to get away from the diet mentality. Okay? Earlier, the pizza came in, everyone's like, she's the food police, don't do it! Right? Right? Everyone's dodging me like, I'm not eating it, I'm not eating it, right? But, right. But here's the reality. It's okay to have a pizza. It's okay to have 2 slices of pizza, but we're not eating it every day. That's the difference between a lifestyle and a diet, okay? In counseling many years ago, we were taught that never allow your clients to make dead man's goal. Has anyone ever heard of a dead man's goal? I bet you when I say it, all of you are going to say, I've done it. How many of you have said in January, I'm never going to buy that chocolate ice cream again? I'm never eating out that late again, or I'm never having that many glasses of wine. Those are dead man goals. It will happen when you're dead. But isn't that real world stuff, right? Instead of saying I never, what about